All right, here we go. Nobody's in yet, but I just want to say welcome to everybody that is coming in. As you come in, don't forget to push that like button. I sit here and start setting everything up while you guys are getting that notification saying that we're on. I sit here and start setting everything up while you guys are getting that notification. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be doing some buffering. I don't know if you guys got that notification or not. But because of the coronavirus going on right now and everyone that's sheltering in, they have a lot of things going on live streaming and video wise. So they're having a crowded internet. Hey, Michael, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you. How is your day going? I was just trying to explain to everybody that doesn't do lives or just does videos that I got a notice saying that it's going to be kind of crowded during the coronavirus stuff because everybody is wanting to sit around making videos or doing live streams. I'm just going to continue doing my regular schedule, and that way I won't be crowding anybody out. I am feeling a little bit better, Michael. Thanks for saying that. Hey, old man. Got my popsicle. You got yours? Yours is what? Strawberry banana? Mine is just plain banana, and it's see-through banana if you look at it right. Jake Jacobs, hey, good to see you. How's everybody doing? Good to see all you guys. It's the Friday afternoon stream, so if you guys want to talk about anything to do with prepping or anything that's cool, just bring up a subject or just start talking about it. We'll just go with it. Hey, Budget Bushcraft, good to see you, my brother. How are you? I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm still kind of down, but I am slowly coming back up, doing what everybody else is doing, just staying hunkered down. I actually had to go out to the doctor this morning and felt kind of good to get out of the house. Hey, Ron, good to see you, brother. I got your video in my key there, Ron. I'm going to watch it here later. Actually, I've got quite a few in the key. What I try to do with them is I try to pick through them, and the ones that look like they're going to be interesting to watch or different from what everybody else is putting out, I will save that back, and then later in the evening when everything kind of slows down here in my house, I'll start going through them and watching them, commenting and stuff. Yeah, maybe it was a live stream, Ron. I'm not sure, but there is something in my key that has your name on it. Let me see what's going on here. Looks like I'm buffering. Am I buffering for you guys? Let me see what's going on. Uh, that looks a little better. Hey, Backwoods, how you doing, my brother? How's that retirement doing for you? Are you starting to like it better and better? Oh yeah, the still plowing stuff. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. I've got two of them set back for watching later. You guys, are you settled down into Florida now, backwoods, or are you still up north? That's all volunteer for now, right, backwoods? They're just asking for you guys to come back in voluntarily. Oh, okay. Okay. Yankee's still having problems with his chatting stuff. I thought he got that fixed. Hey, Tibor, good to see you, brother. Hey, Jake. What do you guys think about this stuff about the president going to open up the United States by county and all that stuff? I think that's kind of a goofball thing to do, but I thought I'd ask you guys about it. Yeah, I'm trying to deal with my popsicle right now. Hey, there's a name I haven't seen for a little while. How you doing, my brother? Oh, really? That's just not right. You retired, man. You deserve it. You woke up by a hailstorm? Oh, man. Yeah, we're supposed to get some sort of storm here. Hey, Corsair. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you, brother. How's that lockdown doing over in California? I have got to talk to you for a while. Is it locked down as bad as they say it is in California, Steve? I really not keeping a big track of anything. I'm just keeping a good track of my life. A little bit about everybody else, but not much. My friends try to, if I hear something going on about one of you guys going on, and then I'll try to perk my ears up for something and listen a little bit. Yeah, most of what they're saying is BS. Yeah, I still think we need to hunker down for a while. You know, I understand it's just like a flu thing, but us older folks got to watch out. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's always been. I really don't get to keep up with what's going on out on the West Coast. I have quite a few friends out there and just trying to figure out what it means for them. They show that big map thing, when you're sitting there looking for stuff to watch on TV, and you go by one of those news station things, and they're showing that big map, and it's showing all the red hot spaces, and then there's me right there in the middle, and it's not even red hot. So it kind of makes me wonder, if some of that isn't just plain old fear, just fear. Because it's kind of weird. All the states around me all show like big numbers for being infected, or whatever. And then there's my state right in the middle of them, showing there's only like 100 infected. So I just don't get how that can be. To me, it makes me wonder how come they can be 1,000 infected and we're just 100 infected. I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder. I know all I really do is I try to stay in the house. I went out for a little while today, and it was just like in some parts of town it's dead, and in other parts of town it's like business as usual. So I know one thing for sure is my son, he works in retail, and he goes to work so that he can give people some of what they have, because he said they don't have a lot on their shelves. He says they have, basically they just have uh, the stuff that people might need. And he works like in the Dollar General, and they only have just basically what they think people might need, like toilet paper or let's see, what else did he say? He said they have some of that little those little things of macaroni, those little dollar cups of macaroni that you just flip into the microwave and heat up. He said stuff like that they have, but he said, all the stuff that that they used to have on the shelves that people would just buy on a whim, they don't have a lot of that left on the shelves anymore. That the trucks that came in, they come in with pallets, I guess, pallets of goods on them, and they used to have like $12,000 worth of goods that would come in on their truck. And now, when the trucks come in, they only have like $7,000 worth of goods on the pallets all together on the truck. So he says it's gone down to about halfway, even at the dollar store, that all they're getting is basic stuff. And he said they used to have respirator masks, those little, I guess they're cheap N95 ones, uh, like the painters use and stuff like that. And so he said they don't even get those anymore. He said they used to get those real cheap plastic gloves and stuff in. And he said they're not even getting that stuff there anymore. That they have really gone down in what they get on their shelves. I don't know how many of you guys bought those little toilet paper pucks. I call them pucks. You used to be able to get them on Amazon. And if you just put them in a little bit of water, you don't even have to have much water. If you put them in just a little bit of water, they go poof, and they make up like a 4x6 sheet. And everybody said, "Nah, bullshit." What? You know what? I bought some of those, and I've got toilet paper back in the closet. But those little puck things that I bought, that's what my son and my girlfriend and my niece have been using. They've been using the pucks and not the regular toilet paper. And I thought it was kind of funny. Nobody said that they would use them when I bought them here in the house, but that's all they've been using. They say it's easier than grabbing a roll of toilet paper or using toilet paper that might be obsolete down the road. I bought a lot of those baby wipes too. The ones that are disposable, the ones that say you can flush them, those come in pretty handy too. Because, actually, if you go pee or whatever in the bathroom, you can just grab one of those, wipe down the toilet area, and just throw them in the thing and flush them away. Well, those things go on sale right now. They don't even realize it. They're back in the baby section. I haven't been going out much since I got out of the hospital. I don't know what's out there for you guys, but I told my girlfriend and my son about those things, about the baby wipes that are flushable, and they brought a bunch of those home. I'm hoping I start feeling better so I can go down to Walmart, or we have this place called Menards here. Do you guys have a place called Menards? It's like a Walmart, only it's called Menards, and they have a little bit of everything. I want to go down there and look around. Oh, that's a good idea. Napkins. Yeah, I'm trying to stay in, Steve. I am trying to stay in, but as I'm starting to feel better, I would kind of want to sneak out. I was thinking if I sneak out like in the evenings around 9 or 10 o'clock when everybody's in, then I could go out to like some of these stores and look around. I've been staying in, guys. Trust me. I went out this morning. When I went out, I had my mask on. Or I had to go get some blood sucked out of my arm. I got you. I want to go look around. Hey Herman, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. You staying safe out there? That's what my doctor said when I went and got the blood out this morning. He was telling me, he said, if I don't have to go out, you stay home. And I said, like that. Real, kind of, yeah, right type of attitude. And just like you, Steve, he said, I mean it. I said, stay home. You been working? You still selling that insurance? Semper Fi, right, Steve? Lisa, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, you're not doing it anymore? Come on, you worked too hard to get that license. Get out there and sell insurance. There's somebody, old folks that need that term life. Take care of their lives. Term life's easy to sell for old people. Remember, I told you I used to sell insurance when I was in my early 40s. And insurance license is hard to get. Don't give up on it. What's everybody finding that it's harder to get off the shelves? I know some of you guys are pretty healthy, so what are you guys going out and trying to find that's harder to find on the shelves that used to be there all the time, but not now? I know toilet paper is one of them. Uh, I gotta put that one up there. That's a good one. We find it. Here we go. Meat? Huh. Really? Oh, I think that's right. I think my brother-in-law. You know what? I think my brother-in-law did. He lives 45 miles from me. He lives in a very small town of a population of about 1,200, and he said he went to the store and he said that it was really hard for them to find hamburger. He said hamburger was really hard to find. You haven't been to the store in about 2 weeks, backwoods. I didn't get it. Are you guys still up north, or did you guys get relocated down Florida way? I might have missed that answer. Yeah, Keyboard. That's what my brother-in-law said. He said it hamburger. I know my niece is big on coupon. She's a couponer, and she lives with us. And she said that hamburger is hard to get here too. She said that when it goes on sale, that she doesn't drive at all, so she has my girlfriend take her to the store, and she loads up on hamburger. All right, Steve. Thanks for coming by, brother. I really appreciate it. You stay safe out there. Distance. Distance. The new distance is 8 feet instead of six. Gunslinger. How are you? I'm starting to figure out maybe I should start saving my money for a freeze dryer. They're pretty expensive. But this is only one pandemic. I figured that from what the scientists are saying, we're probably going to be into another one in a couple of years. I was wondering if maybe I should save up for a freeze dryer. Maybe freeze dry some foods. Gotta have something to freeze dry. Yeah. Well, they're saying that this here might go into a lull over the summer. That would be a time to start saving up for the next one. I mean, I got quite a few trips put up, but it never hurts to have more. This one here kind of taught me a lesson. I was just thinking that if I freeze dried my own food, that I wouldn't have to rely on somebody else's freeze dried food. I would know that it would be done right. Just all things that are going through my mind now that it's actually here, the pandemic's actually here. If you got your mag and whatnot, maybe you'd want to take some of their food and freeze dry their food. I don't. I personally don't have a mag. I had one in Washington. Now I don't have one because I moved. And the only mag I have now is my family. But I was thinking, you can get small freeze dryers or you can get big freeze dryers. Tough it out. There you go, Steve. I mean, backwoods. Sorry about that. It's like my girlfriend was reading to me last night about Facebook and Tesla and all these places that had like 1 million or 2 million face masks that they were going to donate back to all these hospitals and stuff. I looked at her and I laughed, you know. I said, come on. I said, I've been telling you for a long time about this, you know. I said, they had a heads up on what was going to be coming down the pike, and they went out and they bought all this stock and they stockpiled it. And then when it hit, then they turn around and they're giving it back as a good faith gesture. But that's only so it can make them look good, you know. They knew it was coming, and they knew that they were going to have to take this stockpile and give it back to make their companies look like they're helping out in the pandemic and stuff, you know, make themselves look like they're the good guys, you know. Uh, all they really did was buy up the stock so that the people would be begging to get them back. Oh, you got a dehydrator, gunslinger? Man, I am jealous now. Yeah, exactly, backwoods. Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And these big companies, they saw it coming, you know. I mean, uh, I saw read. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of reading. That the Obama administration actually told Trump about a pandemic that could happen. You know, and I don't know if it's true or not. You know, but I heard that they ran through a scenario of it. You know, so it could be that they already knew something about it and started buying up all these things like the PPE stuff, you know, so that they would have it on hand and it would actually starve the cities and counties and stuff into needing all the stuff, you know, and then just slowly squeeze them, you know. It's all a scenario that you could just think about. I seriously think that Facebook and Tesla and companies like that actually bought all those masks and respirators and suits and all that stuff. I think they actually bought a million or two of them just so that they could turn around and give them as a gift back to make themselves, their companies and everything, look like they're like angels. Yeah, that's possible, Tibor. Bert, who's Bert? I missed something. You have a lot of Asians. Yeah, I'm talking about the bigger companies. I really think those big companies like Facebook and stuff did that just to increase the way they appear to people. Oh, okay, backwards. Man, that GE stock is down right now. Have you looked at it? It used to be way up there. Now it's way down. I don't even play stock, but I watch them. Anybody in here today do the stock market? Have stocks in the stock market? And did they have you sold or just hang on to it and riding the wave? I just kind of watch them. I don't really have enough money to put into them, so I just kind of watch them, kind of play in my head. Well, some of you guys got quite a bit of experience. Unpaid Explorer, welcome. We got any drone pilots in here? Anybody know how to do the drone pilot thing? Yeah, you've been coming in here a lot. We better just fix you up. There we go. Hey, how you doing, Jason? How you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you for a while. How's everything going with you and the family? Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys. Anybody that needs, oops, you can't see it too good with the green screen, but anybody that needs it, still can't get it still. But I have some stickers here, stickers or coasters. If you guys want them, send me your email. Send me your address in the email. I just got a bunch of them in, so if you guys want a sticker or a coaster, let me know. I'll get something out to you. Budget Bushcraft likes women. All right, good job. Oh, you been gone for a while, Jason? What you been up to? Cabin fever? Would you guys take a break from YouTube? How you doing, Vega? Good to see you. All is well. Hope you're doing as well too. You was making fun of the Navy. You can make fun of it. I was a swabby. I was a swabby myself. I was on a little bitty ship about 150 foot long. My ship was the only ship, I think my ship was the only ship in the fleet that had a periscope on it. My captain wanted to have a periscope, so he went and got a periscope off of a scuttled sub and had it installed up on the bridge. That was pretty cool. We go up there when we were out to sea and stuff. We go up there and look through that damn periscope. You can see a long ways through a periscope. Not a boat. They don't have boats in the Navy. They're called ships. Man, I used to get in trouble for calling them boats when I first came onto them. A boat is the submarine. Yeah, get several of those things into an aircraft carrier. We had, I don't know, we had missiles on my boat, on my ship. We didn't fire them, but we had them on the ship. We used to transfer them over to subs. We had some of those, what do they call them, Semper Fi dudes on my ship. Hey, Brett Ford, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, that brick's working pretty good today. See what else we got. Let's see. We'll get the exit screen up there. There we go. Exit that way. They have confirmed sailors to quarter on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, Guam, huh? Yeah, I was stationed on Guam. Got stationed there. I was there for about a year and a half. Yeah. How come you guys took a break, Jason? Wendy and the kid okay? Nobody's ever a former Marine, I don't think. I think I heard somewhere once a Marine, always a Marine. All right, Unpaved. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Be safe out there. Keep your distance. I don't think they do either, Jay. The 20s and 30s, I think you're right. They're really not grasping the seriousness of it. Hey, Mystic Mountain, how you doing? Good seeing you. Uh-oh. Now we got us a live stream. Look at there. How the heck are you, Gil? Yeah, I'm hoping that death rate goes flat. Where you been at, Gil? I thought maybe you had gone AWOL. You been running that darn tractor again, huh? It's not snowing up there, is it? Oh man, they can't see their boyfriends. Aw, kung fu fighting. I have to go try to check that out. Well, we'll see. I hope it is in April. Kind of give us a break. If it's I want it to go down and start flattening out. I don't want it to go up and down. I want it to go whoop. Yeah, it's always something that we have to look at, Jason. That's why they call them models. Models are not perfect. Here's what I don't like the idea of. I don't like the idea of them thinking that they can go county by county and try to break them out. I don't think that's going to work. Uh-oh, I'm sparkling. I must have moved in my chair. See if I can fix it. Whoop, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, now what do you guys do to me? Shit. Shit. There. We'll go that way. I must have done something wrong. We'll just take it out. I must have moved around in my chair. There. Somebody wants to come up there, feel free. Welcome back, Gunslinger. Good to see you. Yeah, that Spanish influenza was a bad one, I'll tell you. And if you actually look back in history, the Spanish influenza was the first bad one, and then they just started stacking them on top of each other till we came up with that SARS or whatever it was called, Ebola. Sparkly Vampire. Yeah, I haven't got to use my OBS for a while. I was thinking about Maybe tomorrow I use the OBS. Scraping through. I've got it in one of my other computers. It comes, the green screen works a whole lot better on that OBS. Is that what you think it was, Vega? You think it was made just for population control? I think if it was made for population control, that it would be a whole lot worse than it is. Oh, look at there. Everybody say hi.
Hello. Yeah. Now, if it was made for population control, the death rate would be a lot higher.
That's what I was just saying. Yep. It'd be way higher than what it is.
Yeah.
I think that they were working on some sort of weapon and they accidentally got loose.
That Michael, what's his name again? Ostenheim, the number one guy in the world for infectious diseases and stuff, the one everybody goes to track down patient zero. He goes, no. He goes, they've taken it apart, looked down at it, down to its genome stuff, and it's natural. It's not engineered. It's just that it got into the population that has no resistance to it and went friggin' wild. We're at 98,000 cases in the U.S. now.
Oh yeah, we're the highest ones now. We've exceeded every other country.
Yeah, and Italy passed China too. Well, we've passed China's reported numbers. When you consider that for the last 4 or 5 years, in January and March, there's been a significant increase in cell phone accounts opened in China, and this year it dropped 21 million. And the only reason why it would drop is nobody's there to use those phones. Kind of makes you think that the death rate in China is in the millions, not in the thousands.
Yep. I think they're not telling us the whole story.
Oh, they're not even telling us a teaspoon in the bucket. No, Gunslinger, I just came in from several hours out on the tractor in the cold wind, so I got a little runny nose from the cold wind out there. It'll dry up here in a minute. But yeah.
Italy's terrible. You see, they got it's in Italy where they got those refrigerated trucks backed right up to the hospital, putting the bodies in there for cold storage.
Gunslinger. Oh. No, China would lie.
I don't think.
I was on last night. Myself, Dave, and New York Prepper were on Rolling Homestead in Edibles, Wisconsin's. We had a 3-hour live last night, and we went through a lot of data and stuff. Yeah, yesterday was the highest incline ever. We even we had a 16,800 increase in numbers last night for the U.S. and that quote beat China's official numbers.
Official?
Like, yeah, right. Yeah. Official numbers. But I've been doing some new calculations on it and talking to some other doctors and stuff, and revamp my calculations for death rates. If we offset it about almost 2 weeks, back taking the deaths from 2 weeks ago to the current recovery rate because it takes 10 to 14 days to recover. So far, knock on wood, guys, we are looking at a 3.1 death rate. I have a feeling it's going to climb to about a 6 or 7 because of the way it's going up exponentially here, but we will find out here in another week or two what we're looking at.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that uh, government wanting to open the nation up county by county is a bad idea. I don't think that will work yet.
Let me open it up. You mean go say, all right, this.
He wants to open it back up for business county by county.
Yeah, that sounds like Pelosi's hand in that one.
I don't think so. It's the president and the vice president, whatever that task team is. That's their.
But they're getting fed from people at CDC, who the majority of the leadership at CDC came in during the abomination time, and so they take the orders from Pelosi. Yeah.
I don't know who wants to spread that garbage.
Well, there's been emails that have been that were not properly deleted that were found, and also hard printed memos that to the ones in the CDC for them to put out false information back in December and January.
Oh, so you're telling us that the president is putting that false information out? Because that came out of
the Democrats,
his mouth.
The Democrats are put into CDC are putting out false information to the Republicans in Congress and to the president and the his I just lost what it's called. All his guys,
All right, budget. I'll see you guys. I'll come in tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be. Basically, they've been feeding them misinformation. So every time he opens his mouth, he's giving out the information he's receiving from the CDC, which he's thinking is accurate, which is a lot of it has been BS. Remember how they're telling everybody, don't wear masks. It's not going to be a big deal. It's going to be less. They knew back in December it was going to be bad. And yet they were putting out through the end of January. Oh, it's not bad. It's less than the flu. It's, it's like, yeah. So, I mean, the problem is they're playing politics back there.
I'm just telling you what the president is.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying, but what he's saying is what he's being spoon-fed from the CDC. As far as
the numbers and stuff. He don't listen to nobody.
Well, no. Well, he has to listen to somebody to get some information, and he thinks the CDC is feeding him good information, and they're not. You look at what the CDC has been saying, and all along. And you see how they keep on back, saying, it's not bad, it's not bad. Oh, okay, maybe this, but you don't need to wear a mask. Oh, you need to this, but you still don't need to wear a mask. Oh, you need to be masked, but you don't need to worry about this. It's like these guys are just, they've known about it from the beginning, and they've been lying. It's just total, treasonous acts on their part.
Hi, John. I saw you slide in. You're not running away.
Yeah. It's just having worked in there, I've seen that crap go, sideways on it. And what pisses me off so bad is that there was a tactical response plan I worked on that what called for. With the numbers, the way the numbers were going in China in about this January 3rd or 4th, they should have blocked off all air travel from China, and they didn't. And that was the CDC specifically saying, no, this is not bad enough for it to implement the tactical response plan. No one's perfect, but also it depends prepper for it, but it also depends what prepper for it. If I get your name right, prep for it. It also depends where they're getting their information from. And if he's being spoon-fed bad information, well, heck, also look at what the Surgeon General was saying. There's absolutely no reason for anybody to wear masks. And that was, 3 weeks ago he was saying that after it was already going nuts? Yeah, he may be the Surgeon General, but he gets his information from people under him and from other departments. And then he makes a decision on what he's being told. And if he's being told crap, he's going to, like I say, like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. Unfortunately,
I'm still under the impression that the president shouldn't be in the decision-making process. It should be to the scientists and the whoever comes up with the vaccine type of stuff.
Yeah.
President doesn't know how to make a vaccine.
Yep.
In my opinion, he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone keeps talking about FEMA camps. What FEMA camps? Oh, they got him here, they got him there. Well, that's, there's no, FEMA's practically broke. Oh man, it's not the whole CDC. It's the few. It's those in charge who are politically motivated to the Democrats that figure they can use this as an excuse to give the president such a black eye that he won't be able to get reelected. And one memo said that we'll let several 100,000 people die.
I think that's total bullshit.
I've seen the memo. I've seen the memo, guys. Yeah, that's the problem. You got these guys playing political BS. No,
Maybe
sorry, Inspired John. That is not a FEMA camp. And everyone thinks FEMA has all this money to do all this stuff. They don't. FEMA was broke because of the what happened, all the money that got spent down there in Puerto Rico. They couldn't even, they didn't have money to do the stuff later on in the year when they had the hurricanes hit there in South Carolina and North Carolina. Yeah, FEMA is not an enforcement agency; it's a response agency. Walmart running.
I don't think FEMA's trying to take over the world for sure. Walmart's trying to take over the product market, probably them and Amazon.
Yeah.
They do that through the lobbyists in Washington.
Yeah. Conspiracy. No, I'm back. Everything outside started. We both started getting circles and stuff. I thought my internet was going down again.
You were frozen up.
Yeah, I thought my internet was going down again. It could be.
You were, because you were
2
talking
o'clock.
in the tunnel.
Yeah, all the kids in the high school district now, it's 2 o'clock. They're getting on online for their afternoon classes, so it's putting a big drag on the internet here.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know that was about running FEMA out of business to take over the world. No, guys, you know who's trying to take over the world, don't you? Pinky in the Brain. The tribal hospital and spreading. Yeah. The thing is, you also got to remember all these tent hospitals that the Army Corps of Engineers is putting up. You can't get in there unless you're on, you've tested, not only tested positive, but you're also one of the severe cases. Because they're sending people home. In fact, Mark from Rolling Homestead, he tried to get tested, and they wouldn't test him. He goes, "You're not sick enough for us to test you.
Well,
Go
there's
home."
some states where you actually have to have a appointment to go get tested. You have to have the symptoms, but in order to, you have to have the symptoms, then you have to make an appointment to go get tested.
That's what some places are doing, yeah. And the idiots that set up the drive-through testing, they had every hypochondriac running over there to get tested, and they didn't even have fevers or anything. They should have been having the infrared temperature gun. And no fever, no, you don't get tested. Get out of here. Because if you don't have a fever, you can't have it, or you can't be you won't test positive. They're saying, so they should just Tibor, I love it. Yeah.
Cricket.
Yeah.
I think those drive-through things, whether they got it or not, if they're in line and wait for hours and hours, they should just go ahead and test them, because that makes more data for them to be able to use.
Yeah, except for one thing, we don't. If we had enough tests to test everybody in the country, yeah, but we don't.
We should have enough tests. By now, we should have enough tests to test everyone.
No, it takes longer than that to make them. The manufacturing is taking time. We probably won't have enough tests to test everybody for months.
I got the fever for the flavor of new Pringles. Hey, how you doing, Prepper X? Good to see
Prepper
you, my
X.
brother. How have you been? I hope you're staying safe up there in New York.
For back in the day, a very large TB ward.
Very good to see you, sir.
Yeah.
Hope you and your family are doing well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You're in a bad state. State as in physically yourself, or state where you live?
In a bad state where he lives. You guys should be doing well where you're at. At least you're not right in the city.
Yeah. The old TB hospital in Louisville now makes the haunted place shows. Yeah.
Oh, they're coming to your area now? Bummer. Lay low, stay sheltered.
Yeah.
I guess you could always go to your secondary location, Prepper X.
At least some of the governors around are reacting responsibly and implementing the shelter-in-place stuff before the numbers get too high. I mean, that's what they did here in Idaho. I mean, the numbers in Idaho when he implemented it weren't even 100 cases, and he said, lockdown, we're not going to have that spreading all over the place.
Yep. Massachusetts is one of them.
Yeah.
I think Rhode Island's the other one.
Yeah. You're going to love where the hot spot is in Idaho. Sun Valley.
Your town.
Sun Valley. Yeah, the ski capital of Idaho. That's where where all the Ritchie folk have their big ranches up there. That's the hot spot. I have a feeling there's a bunch of them vacated California and came up to their summer cabins and stuff up there and brought it up there, because just about everybody that had it and has had it in Idaho, majority of them came from had been out of state at some point.
So they quarantined those guys?
Yep, they're making them all locked down in the house. They're not allowed to come out, and they can call. They're supposedly. I haven't been able to document this. I've just saw it on a news article that if they get bad, they can call for a response team to come. Have a nurse and a doctor to come check them out if they take a downturn.
I haven't heard anything from Miss Nina X. Is she okay?
Yeah.
All right, you make sure you tell her I'm thinking about her.
All right. Any cool stuff? What do we got here? But okay, what else was there here? Let me check something here. Come on, computer, work. Food. Yeah. I found something else interesting. Will, I've been the last week or two, I've been sneaking into Walmart when it's really slow. They got these big 36 cup containers, about that tall, that big around, plastic containers, airtight. They stack really great when you fill them full of flour and sugar and beans and stuff like that. Get the stuff out of the bags, and you put it in there, and it's airtight now. Throw in a oxygen absorber and a moisture absorber. Works really good for keeping your preps, and you can put a piece of masking tape on it and write the date and time and stuff on it, whatever. And
thanks for coming by, X. I appreciate it, my brother. I think about you guys a lot. You guys stay safe.
All right, take care, Prepper X. Yeah, so there is some interesting things out there for helping to prep and stuff.
So do they seal?
Oh, seal airtight. There's they said that for the it says on their jumbo cereal container.
We're
putting the big jumbo bags of Cheerios or Fruit Loops you get at the store, the big huge jumbo. You fill it's to take one of those and fill it up, but it snaps airtight.
So you could get something, put it in a Mylar bag, and stick an oxygen absorber in there.
Yeah, we don't even need a Mylar bag. You just put it in there, put the oxygen absorber, snap it shut, and those big black and yellow 27-gallon totes you can get. I've just been filling one of those totes up with these containers.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the thought of the Mylar bags. I guess I've just been doing it too long.
Yeah. But yeah, you could. But then the thing is, you can just take any of the big totes to put, the Mylar bag, because once then you're already airtight.
Yeah.
But like for doing flour and stuff, Mylar bag's not good for flour. It's too messy. You get static electricity and everything else going on when you try to pour the flour out. But these things we've been, my daughter and her husband have been using them for a couple of weeks now since I started getting them, making the bread in the bread machine, and they just use perfect for scooping out the bread for scooping the flour out to make the bread. But, there's some really cool ones out there, containers like that. Unfortunately, the good square ones on Amazon gone. Because I had a set of those marked in my wish list, stuff, to watch the price. Went back to check on them. Not only did the price go up, but they're gone.
What FEMA camp you at, John? You're closing your FEMA camp early? All right, John, you be good out there, my friend. Stay safe. Practice that distancing, my friend.
Okay. Where is, oh, there, now the thing's moving.
Budget says he's Canadian National Guard.
Not a problem. Nothing wrong with being all sold out.
What are you all sold out of there, Gunslinger? Yep, I think we're about done here myself, Brian. I'm starting to have to take a break, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear my youngest grandson downstairs fussing.
Oh, I hear him doing something.
Yeah, it's about time for me to go help put him down for a nap. He fights going down for a nap. If I go down there and put him in the bed and sit there and read him a story, then he falls asleep.
Use double Ziploc bags to put your flour in. Oh, that sounds like a kind of a good idea too.
Yeah, that's a nice, cheap way of doing it.
All right, Gunslinger, we're gonna head out of here, guys. Starting to have to take a break here and do some breathing treatment. So, well, thank everybody for coming by.
Well, just want to remind everybody at 8 o'clock Mountain Time tonight is the Friday night special. We're going to be talking about mental health and how do you maintain your sanity and relax in a shelter-based environment. And actually, I'd planned to do this 3 months ago. I had it on the list already 3 months ago, just talking about cabin fever is what I was going to be talking about. Wintertime, being cooped up in the wintertime. And it works the exact same thing for being sheltered in place for something like this. Exact same stuff.
Heck yeah. All right, you guys. So you guys get over there and see Gil, Camp Patton Family Compound at 8 o'clock tonight. That is Mountain Time, you guys. So put it on your calendar.
Yeah, and don't expect to catch the notification from YouTube because they don't like me putting out truth on some of the stuff, and they've been delaying the email notifications up to an hour sometimes on some people.
It's just that I got a notice from them saying that they're not able to keep up with all the notifications because of all the people trying to be on YouTube while they're sheltering in place.
Yeah,
it's just hard for them to keep up.
Yeah, you're right, Gunslinger. We all have mental problems. Hey, we vote for one of the two political parties. Yeah, we got
plenty of stress there.
Yeah. All righty, guys. See you later.
All right. Thanks, Gil.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming by, and I'll be back on tomorrow night. I think I'll be on at 3 o'clock actually in the afternoon, and I'm going to be on my OBS. I think I've been wanting to get back on that and make sure everything's fine tuned up, and that way I can show some stuff off and a little easier and use the green screen better. But until I see you guys again, thanks for coming by, and I'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon. Later, guys.